for joining me today. We're just going to talk with Angie today. She's one of my clients that we booked a 16-day Viking cruise on the Rhine River. I just wanted to kind of get her input in what she thought about that cruise and all the things that Viking had to offer. So Angie, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. First of all, it was the best vacation I have ever had, and I've traveled to a lot of different places. From the very instant that Viking met us at the airport in Amsterdam, it was top-notch service. I didn't have to worry about anything. They took care of my transfers, my luggage, you name it, they had it. And it was amazing. And we did the 2-day pre-extension on the cruise, which we got to Amsterdam 2 days early, and they gave us walking tours, and that was fantastic service too. The hotel they booked us at, amazing, 5-star for sure.
So if you would have had to say what would be your number one thing, number one reason to book Viking, what would it be?
Well, to me, it's kind of the feel, like they care, like they take care of you. It's definitely, I've been on many cruise lines, and it's definitely an elevated level of service,
Okay.
much more elevated. Um, and it was just relaxed. I anticipated a lot of, things not going quite that well, smaller ship, older crowd. None of that was even a concern while we were there. From the moment we walked on the ship, we met friends that we're going to have for life.
Oh, that's great. That's really good because you always want to go on a vacation. You don't want to feel like you're tied down or anywhere, or you're not going to meet anybody that you know, or everybody's just going to be kind of off to themselves. Especially in a small environment, people really kind of want it to be a more intimate experience. But knowing that you can have the intimacy and
Mm-hmm.
also have build those relationships and more memories, I think that's the most important part of it too. Going into it too, also. Can you say anything about like the food? Was it you expected? Was it also a little bit more elevated? Was it kind of the same things? Because obviously you were on the cruise for 16 days. Did you have repeat things like that, or was it kind of like something new each day?
So the first thing that I noticed about the Viking food is there is no buffet. And that I kind of liked. The food is absolutely Michelin star quality. They had a set menu of traditional things that they offered every day, like chicken, steak, whatever. But then every night, or I mean, at the same time, whatever country we were in, they had those types of dishes. So for people that didn't like to venture out and eat, different foods, they always had something to choose from. But for those of us that liked to try the local food,
Hmm.
they had plenty of options.
And was that all that food and everything was included in your pricing and your cruise, right?
Yeah, so all the food, all the alcohol, all the sodas, everything was included.
Okay. I know that on your particular package, we added a beverage package for you to go in and include the sodas as well, because during the cruise, only at dinner will you get like a wine or things like that, but you upgraded that a little bit because you wanted to have the availability of having those drinks throughout the day when you're on the cruise. So let's talk about just a second about the tours that Viking offered.
Yeah, so they had a excursion plan in every port. There were 3 different levels, depending on your activity level, your ability to get around. They also offered additional excursions if you wanted to take them. So my husband and I waited till we did the first uh, planned one, and we decided that we didn't need to book anything out of what they were providing, because what they provided was such a great representation of that particular country through the walking tour, the culture, the architecture, the history. Those were absolutely amazing, and we loved every one of them.
Awesome, awesome. That's pretty exciting that they do offer that in their particular package, and just gives you an option whether you can do it or you don't have to do it, which is nice. So if you want to stay on the ship, you can
Right.
stay on the ship or just walk around by yourself. So the option on that is really really neat. So the other last question I kind of had was the ship itself. How is that? How is that on that smaller type riverboat cruise compared to some of the bigger options?
So, I'm used to seeing casinos, big theaters, lots of like little shops on a normal ship. And I think that Viking really focuses on the whole relaxation thing and just kind of being comfortable and in your element. So there was none of that. But there was still entertainment. In the evenings we would have the bar upstairs or the lounge, playing music, all kinds of music. And then we had special nights where we would do like trivia night. We made some glass blown objects one night.
Oh
So
wow.
they had something going on every evening. It just wasn't like a big, huge variety show, which we kind of actually liked better than, the traditional cruises.
Cool. So also too was really what we were talking about earlier too was that you had the opportunity to book another Viking cruise while you're on your Viking cruise since you loved it so much. So can you tell me about how excited you are to try the next out? So you did river, now you're going to go ahead and try Viking Ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to do a Scandinavian cruise. So, can you tell me what you're kind of excited to try out on the smaller ship versus the bigger ship with it comes Viking?
Yeah, so I don't know all of the amenities that the ocean cruise comes with. I do know that it is significantly smaller than your average cruise ship. I imagine that I will get the same level of service, the 5-star service, um, probably a little bit more onboard activity. But we just booking it on while we were on the cruise. First of all, saved a ton of money, but it was like a no brainer. We had to do it. It was so much fun, and the experience and being in other people's cultures was so amazing. So we chose the Scandinavian because that's what my husband wants to do next, and we're really looking forward to it.
So, if you had to, if you said someone, oh, you went on a Viking cruise, oh, those are so expensive. What would your rebuttal back for that?
It was worth every single penny we spent. Every penny. You want for nothing. They're there for you, and the crew, yeah, I can't speak highly enough about them. They were amazing. But you pay extra over a regular cruise, but you can see the extras. You know what I mean? You can see in the treatment and the way that the boat is decorated. It's more elegantly, more sophisticated. So yeah, but yeah, you definitely, even though it's a little pricey, you do get your money's worth.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for just sitting down and talking with me about that. Just to kind of get everybody's opinion, get your opinion on that, I should say. And those people that were kind of on the fence, whether do I spend the money, do I not spend the money? I thought your views on everything were really great and to the point. So I just wanted to make sure that we kind of sat down and talked with you about that. And I'm sure that you'd be able to answer any questions that anybody had. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Just say one more thing. You will not regret it. So do it.
Thank you.